Hey, good morning. Bruce Stebner here, and I'm on another artistic adventure in the south of France. I thought I'd play with making some video diaries this trip. We'll see what happens. May or may not work. But I've returned to a little village I discovered last year in the southwest of France called Sauve, S-A-U-V-E. It's a charming little town in the south edge of the Cevennes mountain range. And it's full of all sorts of artistic people and craftsmen, and so I'm happy to return. I have a little apartment, and the plan here, I'll be here for a week painting, and it's nice already knowing in town a little bit, so you get a fresh start with already some ideas in your head about places you want to paint. The sun's magnificent this morning. It's a little windy out there, but we'll see what happens. It's supposed to get warmer in the afternoon. It's about, I don't know, 60-some degrees, low 60s right now. But I thought maybe before I took off today, I would maybe talk a little bit about what it's like being a solo traveler. For 10 years or so, I've taken small groups of people on trips across different parts of France, Italy, Germany, and that has always been very rewarding, and I still have a friend or two I travel with from time to time. But there's something very unique about being alone when you travel. For me, it's a chance of self-discovery. When I first came to France to paint 12 years ago, I knew about 3 words in French, and I'd be outside painting, and of course people want to talk to you and give you their opinion. My problem was I only spoke one other foreign language, and it wasn't French, it was German. And so I would hear them talking to me, and I think, oh, this isn't English, so I need to answer them in another language. And I would answer them in German, and they would look at me like I was absolutely crazy. So things like that that's just an anecdote about my travels, and that led me to decide I wanted to learn French. And ever since then, I've spent a good amount of my energy learning it. And so being a solo traveler, all I do is speak French when I'm here. And it's a good challenge for me. I don't have an excuse to speak English except when I'm talking to you here. But you know, it's sort of a great challenge for the mind. And as we enter new decades of our lives, we find more and more how important it is to challenge our minds so we don't just stay in an old rut. So traveling alone is a great way to get out of any rut one ever feels they've encountered. And so here I am traveling alone. I've made it across the ocean, I've rented a car, and I've arrived here and talked to my landlord, all in French, and it's kind of invigorating. So now it's time to paint, and let's see what happens. This is going to be a new trip for me because I didn't bring my oil colors with me, which is what I usually travel with. With all their problems, they're my favorite media. But anyway, I'm using gouache, which I'm a total amateur at. I've tried it. I just bought a set of gouache paints. I'll talk about them more what they are later. But anyway, we're going to see what happens with them. And I'm going to hit the streets, and I'm just going to be painting around town today. There's no reason to go any further. I've traveled a lot, but I had a good night's sleep, and let's see what happens. Best to all of you. Bye-bye.